It is a new month, which means it is time for a new offering from my good friends at Video Games Monthly. Now, what is Video Games Monthly, you might ask? Video Games Monthly is a subscription service where you can get retro games sent to your home for retro consoles in packs of 3, 4, 5, or 10. I just upgraded to the 5-pack because I actually believe in the service despite last month's box not being great. I did drop handheld games this month, so it's going to be just consoles, so hopefully we'll see the quality improve a little bit. But what do you say? I'm going to be looking right down Central Avenue here. I'm going to be looking right into the lens. We are going to open this box. We're going to find out what's inside it. At the same time, what do you say we unbox this one? And as always, guys, when I do my unboxings, we take a look at the game itself. I take you over to some gameplay, let you know my initial thoughts on it, and then we'll get back to the unboxing. All right, here we go. First and foremost, as per always with Video Games Monthly, we have the far superior packing material of bubble wrap. Oh, 2 pieces. Bonus! All right, what else do we have here? We have our Video Games Monthly social card. Now what this means is if you take pictures or share a video of this unboxing online and you tag Video Games Monthly in it, you have an opportunity to win a free 3-up box, which means 3 free video games coming to your home. Next, we have, that is a piece of paper. It's Zelda money. It's Zelda cash. This is going to Meredith because she's obsessed. She loves Zelda, so that's hers. Okay, that goes over there. All right, what else do we have here? Anything good? Oh, it doesn't feel like I got a 1-up this month. That's okay. That's okay. All right, here we go. Starting up. A Super Nintendo game. I haven't gotten a Super Nintendo game in a minute. Let's find out what it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom! It is... Oh, Pac-Man 2 New Adventures. Oh, boy. Longtime viewers of the channel will know my opinion on Pac-Man 2 The New Adventures. But for those of you that don't, enjoy this. I've talked about this one on the channel in the past because I picked it up at a flea market one day for the Sega Genesis when it was complete in box. And I hated Pac-Man 2 The New Adventures then, and I hate Pac-Man 2 The New Adventures now, even though it's now on a Super Nintendo. It's just more gray because the cartridge is gray. This game sucks. This was an attempt by Namco to turn Pac-Man into a point-and-click adventure, and nothing works. Nothing works. It's so awful. The sound sucks. The gameplay is not fun. You have to move around and hope to interact correctly by shooting a slingshot of power pellets at things to make them interactable on the screen. It's just a frustrating experience from top to bottom. I don't think this one is any good, and it's just such a poor game. It's just so bad. Like, I couldn't wrap my head around how terrible it was on the Genesis, and now that I've sat down and played with it again on the Super Nintendo, I can at least kind of see what Namco was going for. But the execution on it is so terrible. It's just awful. And worst of all, it's not even really a valuable game. It's worth $9, which isn't terrible for one of these boxes, but as far as like quality goes, as far as gameplay quality goes, this one is a complete and utter miss for me. All right, back to the box now, and we have... This feels like a Famicom game. I'm always happy to get Famicom games. We have 1, 2, 3. It is... F1 Hero. I don't know this one, but racing games are always fun. I hope this one's good. Let's take a look at it. It's always nice to get something that you have never played before. At least it appears you have never played before, as is the case with Satoru Nakajima F1 Hero. Now, I had never actually really seen this one before. I'm not terribly familiar with most racing games on the NES, but I did rent, back in the good old days, Michael Andretti's World GP on the NES because my grandfather was a huge Michael Andretti fan. And I popped this one in and I started playing it, and I couldn't figure out why this felt so familiar, and it's because in the US, this game was Michael Andretti's World GP. Now, Satoru Nakajima's F1 Hero and Michael Andretti's World GP are heavy sim games on an NES. It's a very difficult game. This isn't a terribly forgiving game whatsoever. Each track was depicted as having both sharp and wide turns, requiring you to slow down and maintain speeds for corners. And you also had to make sure that you were maintaining and watching over your gear shifting and your gear ratios as you were playing, because the game took things that seriously. It's a really, really interesting game. Now, it is just you against the track. There's no actual interaction with any other cars on the track. If there's anyone featured, you're just going to pass through them. It's kind of like racing against ghost laps through everyone. The game is really difficult. I don't know that this is ever going to be something I really play again, but it's super neat to get this and to see how ambitious that studios like Human Entertainment could be by making something this advanced for something that didn't have the capabilities of what different computers and things did at the time
or what we're used to seeing on modern racing games with complexities of the gear ratios and things like that you see on things like Gran Turismo. This is a really ambitious game, and it's a very clever and very technologically advanced game. Now, from a value perspective, this one doesn't set the world on fire. This is only a $3.67 game.
All right, this is going to be a Genesis game, and this is Cliffhanger. Oh, doggy. Okay.
No, don't like that.
Not doing great this month, VGM. Not doing great.
Oh, Cliffhanger, how do I loathe thee? Let me count the ways. If you did not see my video where I looked at every advertisement in this issue of Guy Gardner Warrior, card is up in the corner right now. You should check it out because it's actually a pretty fun video. Oh, Cliffhanger is so bad. So let's take a look at what is considered the worst movie to game of 1994 by Electronic Gaming Monthly, with Mega Magazine saying it was a truly disgusting piece of software. When you're having reviews like that, you know you're in for something special. So take a terrible Stallone movie, try to make it a final fight game, awful controls, a terrible jumping mechanic, toss in some god-awful climbing that you have to participate in as well, and you are left with what is easily one of the worst licensed games and one of the worst beat-em-ups I have ever played. This game is atrocious. I hate everything about it. It looks muddy, it plays poorly, the sound is terrible. This doesn't do anything right. It doesn't even have a value to it. Cliffhanger for the Sega Genesis is worth $9.56, which honestly is $9.56 too much.
Boy, howdy. Okay. All right, let's try to redeem it here. We got another Famicom game, or I think this is our first Master System game. It is a Famicom game. It's Mappy. That's okay. I actually just got Mappy Land, so now I have Mappy and Mappy Land, so bonus. I actually like Mappy, so this is going to be fun.
One of the wonderful things about Video Games Monthly is that they have decided that I am fit to receive a bunch of Famicom games recently, and I love Mappy, so getting Mappy on the Famicom is super cool. I really enjoy this game. This is developed by Namco. It uses the same technology as Super Pac-Man to actually help the screen scroll horizontally, and it's just a ton of fun. If you've never played it, you play as Mappy, who is a little mouse, and you have a bunch of cats on the stage that are trying to hit you and kill you because it's a one-hit death, and your job is to bounce around using the various trampolines to recover the stolen artifacts that the cats have in their little hideout. There are doors that you're able to open that only open to the side of the doorknob, and you can actually use that to hit the cats and stun them and get away from them. And there's also different items that you're going to be able to collect and use to stun the cats. There's bonus rounds. It's like classic arcade action on a Famicom cartridge. I really enjoy Mappy. I have Mappy Land for the Famicom as well, so having both of them is just really excellent. I'm so pleased to own them both. If you've never played Mappy, it is a perfect example of what arcade games were like back in the early 80s. It's actually released in 1983, and it's just a really well put together game. Namco at their finest. I think Namco is truly strongest when they're making just fun, easily accessible, and easy to pick up and understand arcade games like Mappy. From a value perspective, Mappy is the most valuable game in this box. It came in at $11.97, so getting a $12 game is pretty fantastic.
All right. Final game. It is a sealed disc-based game, which means it's probably for the Wii U, let's be honest here, but it is gonna be... You guys trying to tell me something? Your Shape Fitness Evolved 2013.
All right, so Your Shape Fitness Evolved 2013, and yeah, no, I didn't open this. You're getting trailer footage that I downloaded from YouTube because why would I open this? I have no need to open this. I don't have any interest in playing this game. Fitness game, like, I liked Ring Fit Adventure, and I like fitness boxing on the Switch, but I'm not opening one for the Wii U. It's no. A complete and total miss. This is... I understand that sending out a sealed Wii U game is, at its core, pretty cool, and I will agree with that. Getting something sealed on the Wii U that I did not have previously is not a bad thing, and I appreciate them sending it, because Wii U stuff is getting more expensive, but getting a fitness game, like, I'm never going to use it. It's not something I'm going to ever pop open. It's not something I'm ever going to enjoy, and I can't even really swing it in a trade because since it's a fitness game, it's worth pennies. It's worth $6.71. It's just a junk game. Like, this is kind of the awful cherry on what is a more bad than good sundae. I don't know. yeah, no, not happy about this one.
This is the very definition of a big oof. But hey, sealed stuff is always fun. I'm going to take a look at values, and I'll be right back to tell you how we made out. All right, we have price charted the prices, we have added things up, we have compiled a total, we have figured things out, and we came up short this month. So that's 2 in a row that I'm not getting a great month. I'm not equaling value from Video Games Monthly. Just not a great month overall. Like the star is definitely Mappy by far. Everything else is just kind of also rans. Nothing I'm terribly interested in. It is always nice to add stuff to the Genesis collection. And it's always cool to get a Super Nintendo game, which I didn't expect. I haven't gotten one of those in months, but let me know in the comments down below what game you thought was the big hit this month. Big thanks to my patrons on screen right now. Appreciate them being part of this entire journey. Check out the playlist on screen right now if you want to see more Video Games Monthly unboxings from previous months. Until next time, I've been Jay. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me. Remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.